بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون كما قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون وقال الله أيضا يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون وبعد قال النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كل أمتي يدخلون الجنة إلا من أبى قيل من يأبى يا رسول الله من أطاني دخل الجنة ومن أصاني فقد أبى. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Inshallah, we'll start our class with the morning dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilayka nushur. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi muhammadin nabiyya. Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ya muqallibal qulub thabbit qulubana ala dinik wa ala ta'atik. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak wajirna minan nar. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Alhamdulillah for Allah's blessing. It's a blessing every day when you are able to survive another day. Is really a blessing. When you are able to fast another day in the month of Ramadan, yeah, it's an added blessing from Allah Rabbul Alameen. We always try our best to be connected to Allah by remembering Him, reciting dua that was recommended by our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the beloved messenger of Allah, because that is the best dua, to ask Allah for His blessing in the morning till the evening. When you ask Allah for a blessing, meaning you are trying your best to live your life from the morning to the evening according to the Islamic guidelines. It's not fair you ask Allah for this and that, but you choose your way of living. You do anything you like. That is not correct. Meaning you want Allah's blessing, you try your best to follow Allah's guidance. Then there's a lot of blessing. Yeah? The same go to all other prayers. We ask Allah to protect us from any bad thing that is going to happen. Only Allah knows what is going to happen, what is going to come down from the top, and what is going to surface from the ground. No one knows. Yeah, accident can happen anytime, anywhere. But we try our best to ask Allah Rabbul Alameen to save us from all this bala. Meaning, we must always try to stay away from area that there's a lot of sin committed. Because if you want to save yourself from a bad environment, you must try to stay away from the bad environment. Then it's better. Yeah? It's like there's a virus in one area. You're not supposed to go there and be affected by the virus. Our friends who are very concerned about health, sometimes when we were in Japan, when somebody comes to them to seek advice or to discuss matter, and that person is sick, immediately he said, please wear a mask. You want to talk to us, wear a mask now. We are not used to it. He said, now you have a flu, you have a cold, and then you just come and sit in front and talking. Now, if we are not strong enough, we are going to be affected by your cold. So, no, they are very careful. Yeah. So this is some of the sign that is important for us to understand. When you know that you are not that well, and you have to do something, it's good to try to wear the mask, not because of the dust or anything, just to make sure that you don't bring whatever illness in you to others. Discipline is very, very important. And like what we were taught by the Prophet, don't forget to ask Allah to strengthen our heart. Ya muqallibal qulub, thabbit quluban ala dini wa ala ta'ati. Because our heart keep on changing. Even our intention change sometimes. In the beginning we have good intention, halfway intention gone astray, because Allah is testing all of us, and sometimes you are not so consistent in your understanding about Islam, you are not consistent in understanding the values, then the intention start to change. Aisha radiallahu anha, in one of the hadiths in Sahih Bukhari, said, An-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have reminded his ummah, yub'athuna ala niyatihim. That is the saying of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, yub'athuna ala niyatihim, meaning all of us will be resurrected in the day of judgment and will be judged by Allah. No one can escape the judgment of Allah. You may escape the sirat. You don't have to go through the sirat with suffering. You can just pass the sirat as fast as unlikely, but no one can escape the judgment of Allah. But then the Prophet said, the judgment of Allah in the day of judgment will go according to your intention. To talk about intention. Why I'm starting again about this intention? We have faith. The Prophet said, Man qama Ramadana imanan wa ihtisaban. Whoever fasts in the month of Ramadan with the right intention, out of faith, not out of tradition. Sometimes we thought that our intention is sincere, but we overlook that there's nothing to do with intention. It's a norm. We are just following the norm. No, we just follow because Ramadan, everybody fasting, I fast. And that's why you see there's no changes in us. Even the Prophet have reminded us, if you do not stop lying, example, you are still lying, and also you do all the evil action when you are fasting, Allah has no needs to that fast. That means you are just going through some hunger and thirst, that's all. That means fasting is not just staying away from food and drink. It is a spiritual, mental and physical exercise. That you have to purify your mind to have the right mindset. And your feeling must be very pure. Whatever happened, I'm not going to break the fast because I'm fasting for the sake of Allah. This is very important. Not just because everybody is fasting. I have no choice, I have to fast. Not like that. Thing that is real, you need to understand. This center was built because of a good intention. And because somebody offered this land to us. But halfway the intention changed because they said, don't worry, no, for the sake of Allah, but not documented. It's never been transferred. The ownership was not transferred. But we have faith. Since you said, for the sake of Allah, we accept it. But Allah teaches a lesson. Anything to do with good thing is good to be documented. Anything to do with property is very important to be documented. Suddenly, after 2 years, we have built the whole center and the home, the house that I'm staying. There is our effort. This is contribution from the Jama'ah, this hall. Then we got people coming in. So happen the people who come in are people who we know them. They are my student too. They're asking, who is the owner? Staying here? I say, I'm staying here. Wow, it's difficult to start. I said, why? The owner is not staying here, he's staying here. The owner have not been paying the bank for more than 2 years. They have mortgaged this land. And we are trying to get back our money. We may have to mortgage this land. Alhamdulillah, Allah Karim. I have almost 1.5 years. I never experienced depression until that. What to do? And you have to come up with millions of dollars of ringgit to save this land. I have a problem for a while at that time because we don't know what to do now. Where to get this money? This is when, this was 1995. They should have told us in the beginning, and it's up to us to take the risk, but they did not. They are not bad people, they are good people. But Allah tested them too. They engaged in some kind of, the market crash at that time. And they mortgaged the land without letting us know. They thought that they can recover and pay back, but it failed. So from the intention of wakaf, the intention totally changed. And the worst thing is we have to pay back not only the value of the land, we have the surveyor to come and survey the value because he have take loan more than that. Now they are charging us plus the value of the building. Building is not his money. That is why I go for depression. I travel country to country in the Middle East to let people understand what we plan to do, what happened. People say, no problem, we will help you, no problem. But another problem is just words. Nothing comes. But we never give up. But alhamdulillah, with the help of Allah, something happened. Allah opened the heart of somebody, and then they just said, now I will try to help you. Alhamdulillah. And then we change everything. Even the bank, we want to negotiate. You don't even want to talk and negotiate and accept the fact. I'm telling you the truth. This property don't belong to the owner. The value of the land is so and so, fair enough, we just pay you the value. No. They want to maximize whatever they have given to the person. Allah musta'an. So that's why when anybody have a good intention do anything to do with land, we cannot just accept it without any proper documentation anymore. Difficult, because we are going to invest, we are going to build a lot of things, and then suddenly intention change. It's very sad. I remember what my sisters and my brother-in-law asked me, have you all changed everything? Because they are lawyers. I said, no problem. We Muslims are very simple, inshallah. It's your word is more important than just a paper. But they are real, they are facing reality. They're talking about paper more important than word. But we say word is more important than paper. Yes, in the time of the Prophet, word come first, then paper follow up. But I'm sharing with you what this is, show the intention can change. When you start to have some problem by yourself, you forget. We counter offer few other plan. Whatever the building here, you don't change your intention. We try to do the other part of the land that's empty. Maybe we can build houses and then you can sell and so on. No. The worst thing, do you know what happened about the history of this intention, this area? We have the people of the book center just deep inside there. Yeah, the Salib group. When they know that there is a land to mortgage, they want to buy. Wow, it's another headache. Can you imagine? Islamic center here is going to be, you will know in the West, a lot of churches been sold. And the Muslim, alhamdulillah, is buying churches and turn into masjid. But you never experience that we are selling masjid. Alhamdulillah. Because all masjids is waqaf land. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Well, that really made me, teach me a lesson actually. So from then onward, from that experience, I said, anybody want to please be good to yourself, be good to others, do it properly. Yeah. That's why the Prophet said, يُبْعَثُونَ عَلَى نِيَّتِهِمْ. The people will be resurrected in the day of judgment and being judged according to their intention. That what I shared with all our Jama'ah yesterday, last night after Qiyam. Every gate of paradise, there are 8 gates of paradise, and there are gates for different deeds. Fasting have a gate, a Rayyan. Sadaqah, there is a gate. Jihad, there is a gate. Prayer, there is a gate. At the end, Abu Bakr asked the Prophet, there are 8 gates of paradise. Is there anyone that can enter any gates? Not only one gate. The Prophet said yes. Then the Prophet said, the one who will enter is you. That means you can enter any gates you like. Because Abu Bakr's intention is very unique. His commitment and his sincerity and very consistent. Allah. Anything what Allah wants him to do, when the Prophet conveyed the message to him, never once he argue or he make any excuse or delay. Anything samik na wa ta'na, samik na wa ta'na, samik na wa ta'na. When the Prophet asked, who have done this charity this morning? The first one who raised his hand is Abu Bakr. Who have visited the sick one? The first one, Abu Bakr. Yeah. Anything good, Abu Bakr is always ahead from everybody. And not only once, very consistent. Allahu Akbar. And that's why he deserved that. Yeah. Other than, that's why Abu Bakr was given the title As-Siddiq. Allahu Akbar. Whatever Allah want him to do, whatever the Prophet said, he just said, Sami'na wa ta'na. And immediately he will act upon it. Not like you and me, we still think, do some homework. You know, my time, I have so many things to do. You give so many excuses. All your excuses have no value. Why? Because Allah has given you so much. In return, Allah just asks a bit here and here. You give so many excuses. You promise, but you don't fulfill your promise. The month of Ramadan is the best month to do more deeds. Yeah, because the Prophet ﷺ, based on the hadith, the Prophet used to be more generous in the month of Ramadan compared with other months. The Prophet was the most generous among the people, and he used to be more generous in the month of Ramadan. When Gabriel visited him, and Gabriel used to meet him on every night of Ramadan till the end of Ramadan. The Prophet ﷺ used to recite the Quran to Gabriel, and Gabriel would be listening. And when Gabriel met him, he used to be more generous than the fair wind sent by Allah with glad tidings, in readiness, and always be hasted to do charitable work. Anything good, he is always hastened. May Allah give us that spirit, inshallah. We have a lot of activities going on. For those who have some free time, you can just come to us, tell us anything we can help. Then we know how to remind 2 or 3 persons every day, take turn to be around to do something for the sake of Allah Rabbul Alameen. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy for all of us. Ameen. Where are we today? Books, Knowing the Angels. We'll be going through page 74. And the topic that we are going in now, page 74. They have the book here, inshallah. Or maybe not 74. Is 74 or other page? Yeah. Written on my book 74. Yeah. What are the other things the angel always do? They conduct all affairs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do everything by himself. Allah can do everything by himself. He don't have to depend on anybody. He just say kun fayakun, be, and it's be. Things can happen immediately by Allah's command. There's no doubt for the believer to believe that Allah Almighty, the Creator, just do whatever He like to do. Qadrallah wa ma sha'a fa'al. But Allah's great wisdom has dictated that things in this world happen through some means. So Allah make a sunnatullah, that anything that is happening on planet Earth, dealing with Allah's creation, the unique creation of Allah is human being. Other than human being, whatever happen, they are ready. That's why you see when rain fall, when tsunami or anything, you can see some of the other creation is moving. Yeah, their senses is responding. It triggers them very fast because they can communicate, you know, with the environment better. Human, we know after some time our hearing become weak. Even people talk in front of us, we don't listen, we don't hear. Yeah. But animals don't have that problem. Yeah, their senses supersonic. You know? They don't go to eye specialists, ear specialists, anything. Yeah. But they are all specialists. You can imagine tsunami, when all the animals running inward, they sense something is coming. We are still watching, oh, enjoying something strange is happening, and then the water just come and sweep us away. Allah's great wisdom dictated that thing in this world happen through some means. Yeah, sabab, the mean is called sabab. Why you die? Old age. Why you die? Cancer. Why you die? Accident. Easy. If suddenly you are sitting here eating, drink, troop, you drop dead. Ah. There will be a lot of homework for the Ministry of Health. Yeah, to look into, the police will come in, everything will check. Post-mortem, can you see? So messy. But if normal death, clear cut. So Allah knows humans are unique. So He makes sure that anything to do with us in this life, He make it through some means. And the angels are among the means for doing most things. So Allah appointed the angels, yeah, to do all these things so that it's easier, yeah, for us to understand. Allah chooses for angel to bring down His revelation, record our deeds, take our souls, manage the rain, plant and food, and so on. Allah subhanahu described the angel as فَالْمُدَبِّرَاتِ أَمْرًا in Surah Nazi'at, verses 5. And those angels who arrange all matters according to Allah's order. Sunnatullah wa la tajidu sunnatullahi tabdila. When Allah have, yeah, decided the means, and Allah said the means will not change. The place that you want to die, Allah has fixed. It will never change. When you want to die, Allah has fixed. It will never change. But how you want to die? Through the means. Because of this, because of that, then easy for everybody. And Allah also said to us in Surah Zariyat, verses 4, فَالْمُقَسِّمَاتِ أَمْرًا. And those angels who distribute all things according to Allah's order. The angel who come and distribute is like the angel of Rizq, Mikail. When there are food coming, you know who is there. But we again, we are not sensitive at all. We don't feel the presence of the angels. When there is a death, angel of death is there. We don't even feel. By right, there is a time for us to reflect. First thing, when you hear somebody die, what do? You said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. You are connected immediately to Allah Almighty. You remind yourself, all of us came from Him, and to Him we have to return, khalas. And immediately we said what the Prophet commands us to do, istaghfiru li akhikum. Ask Allah for forgiveness for your deceased brothers and sisters. That's what we do. Immediately, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Allahumma gfir lahu. Allahumma ighfir laha, at least. It's a reminder. Anything happen in front of us, there's a reason, and for the believer, we have ways to respond. Not like us, yeah, God, what happened, huh? When, huh? No, 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 no. Inna lillahi wa inna. First, Allah comes first. We always, what, huh? When, huh? What really happened, huh? What can you do? You can't do anything. First thing you said, acknowledge is Allah qadar. Second, ask Allah for forgiveness. Then you can ask, how it happened? When? Never mind. And therefore sometimes people have to explain and keep on explaining again. And they forget what they have said earlier. And then they say, I heard differently. You said that. Yeah, because he remember more, he tell you more. Angels distribute all things. So, angel of death. But maybe they said, how many angels of death? Wallahu a'lam. Sometimes, the same minute, thousands of people die. Are you saying that angel of death, only one? Going around? No, no, no. We have all the angels with us. Angel of death have their own team. They are all angel of death. They have their teams. Angel Mikael also have his own team. When there's risky coming in, Mikael is there. As an example, the Prophet ﷺ tells us that thunder is actually the sound of an angel who praises Allah and manages the cloud. Even thunder. We thought thunder is thunder. What we are worried when thunder is blackout. That is the thing that we worry most. When thunder, oh, okay, everything is still okay. One trick, oh. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma reported that the Prophet himself said, "Ar-ra'du malakun min malaikatillah, muwakkilun bis-sahab, mahaw makhariq min nar." Thunder is one of Allah's angel. Now today we learn something that we have not been exposed to. We thought thunder is just a thunder. Now the Prophet said, thunder is one of the angels of Allah. He's in charge of the cloud. And he has spears of fire. And that's why sometimes you look at movie or something they draw. Yeah. We don't draw all this normally. We Muslims do not want to imagine angel look like this, the spear of angel look like that, the fire of the spear look like this fire. No, we don't do that. But the businessmen, they will do, they get a designer, an artist. Now you see, they said angel. Angel have wings, so they draw wings. How many wings? They don't remember. As long as there's one wings. A majority will draw angel is a she, female, beautiful looking woman. And that's why when Christmas come in, you also have angel around in the supermarket, and then you also have in the 5-star hotel, at the lobby, some angels, to receive you. And never they put a male angel, or the beautiful girl become half angel. People try to imagine, and some people will just buy that picture and hang it at home. It's a business. For us, we do not know. Angel was created, by what? The light. How do the light of the angel? No one knows. You cannot. It's like this frozen light, torchlight, and the sunlight, the moonlight. starlight. No, no, no. Just said Nur. How do that Nur look like? No one knows. You cannot try to imagine, cannot. Just believe in that. Satan was created from what? From the flame of the fire. What kind of fire? Bush fire, gas fire, cigarette fire. No, no, we don't know. How do the fire look like? No. Alhamdulillah, the Muslims are not involved in this, trying to draw a picture. Thunder is one of Allah's angels. He is in charge of the cloud. And that's why when you're flying, sometimes you also experience that when the plane hit the cloud. It's a reminder. If not, we're just listening to music. When the plane experience, everybody start to think of God now. Allah. We also start to tawakkal. Subhanallah. And then we say, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakil. Before that, we are all busy watching the movies, Suddenly, oh, mashallah, everybody start to get worried. What you call that? Yeah? Turbulent. And there is also, and then they say what? You're into what? Air pocket. The air have pocket. We thought that only we have pockets. We thought that only on land you experience all the loopholes and then, but there also is like traffic. They have their own traffic. When you hit into the cloud, you experience another kind of environment. Alhamdulillah. But we don't like that actually. Sometimes we are worried. I have friends who phobia flying because he experienced one flight. The turbulence was so long. He said, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. He was holding, he said, I don't know. I'm going to survive after that journey. But how can you escape from flying? You went to overseas, you have to come back with the same. No, there's no train to send you all the way. China is building a long train track from China to Europe. But so this guy just don't know what to do. He just are not ready to fly anymore. So the friend have to help him, call the doctor to give him something that he just sleep all the way. Then only he can take that flight. He sleep all the way. Then he came back, he came to see me. He was saying, I just can't anymore stand. Enough. If they give him money, I cannot. That phobia, sometimes it's not easy when you experience certain thing. So now we know when you hear the thunder, you know it's the angel of thunder. He's doing something. He's moving the cloud. And when the cloud hit the cloud, that's where you see the thunder. In Surah Al-Baqarah, you have this ayah about Raqdun, Barqun, thunder and lightning. The lightning also is a sign of Allah's angel is doing something. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ said, when you hear thunder and lightning, don't go near to the tree. Don't get shelter under the tree, because shaitan like to take shelter in the tree. And you will see most of the lightning will hit trees because they are shooting at the Satan. So if you are there also, it's just the mean. Because you find a place where the shaitan also like to take shelter. So when the lightning comes, it will hit you together. Some angels, they protect the sacred places. There are places that Allah have sent angels to protect. The angels protect the three sacred cities. All the Muslims are aware of the three sacred cities. Makkah al-Mukarramah, where if you perform prayer in a mosque, you got the reward of 100,000 more than any other masjid. Then Medina, if you pray in Medina, you get the reward of 1,000 more than other masjid. And in Jerusalem, you get 500 rewards. Yeah. These are the three sacred cities for the believers, the Muslim. For the people of the book, only Jerusalem is sacred to them. For us, Muslim, we have three cities, Mecca, Medina, and Jerusalem. And that's why even the Prophet said, La iktikaf illa fi salasa masajid. In the month of Ramadan, the last 10 days when you want to go for iktikaf, there is no iktikaf except in 3 masjid that have special blessing. But we do everywhere. The Prophet ﷺ said, meaning there are angels around the corner of all Medina, so that Plague and Dajjal, the real Dajjal, may not enter. Now when the real Dajjal is been released, he will travel. That time the Dajjal don't travel with aeroplane anymore. No more plane, because gas, petrol stop flowing. All the flying machine cannot move anymore. We are going back on land. The holy war is very holy at that time. You are just fighting your enemy. It's a combat, face-to-face combat. Today, there's no holy war, because all these kind of Scud bomb are very destructive. It destroys innocent people, environment, houses. There is not holy anymore. These are very destructive war. When the time when the real jihad is going to take place, Allah will seize the oil, gas. Everybody go back to on land, face combat. The time will come, but Dajjal have his own strength that he can travel very, very fast. But he cannot enter Medina. The Prophet did mention, when Dajjal is released, majority of the good believer will start to move back to Mecca and Medina. At that time, Mecca and Medina, you can travel quite easily. You don't have the visa like today's anymore. The whole environment will change. You have the mean, you move. And it's not easy because there's no more flight. For those who really want to move, they really have to prepare themselves. And once you are in, then you know you are safe. Why? Because Dajjal cannot even enter this area. Allah will send angels to protect all the corners. Now, it's not easy for you to visualize and understand, but you just have to believe in what the Prophet ﷺ said, and it's true and it's going to happen. And the Prophet also said, every town, the meaning, every town will be entered by a Dajjal except Mecca and Medina. And that's why Mecca and Medina is sacred until today, that not yet Muslim cannot enter. I remember when I was in Medina a few years ago for Umrah with our Jama'ah, suddenly I got unwell. So immediately my student just bring me to the hospital. It's close by to Medina. There is the government hospital. And then they give me some jab. After staying there for about half an hour, you okay now? You can move. So when I was moving out, I vomit again. So immediately I came home to the room and then I said, I'm still vomiting. I don't know why he want me to go out so fast. Then a friend from Medina, the Arab brother came. No, I will bring you again to a better hospital, but it's not in Medina. It's outside Medina, outside Bir Ali Zulhulayfa, the miqat. You know the miqat for people coming for Hajj and Umrah from Medina, Bir Ali. There's a hospital, Mustasas Almaniya, a German hospital, better services. And when I was there, they treat me and they don't let me leave until I'm okay. The first hospital, they just inject half an hour, Bismillah, tawakkal ala Allah. Okay now. Because there are so many people waiting. They just have no time, no space. They have more in-house patients. So they brought me out. Then I realized, this is a good hospital. There are a lot of not yet Muslim working there, and they cannot be in the Holy Land. That's why the building must be outside the Holy Land. There's a border. If you go to Makkah, Medina, you come to a border. Until here, not yet Muslim are not allowed to enter. That's where Al-Haram start. The same go to Medina. Then I realized they are very careful, even for the sake of health, anything. When you involve a not yet Muslim, then the whole program, faculties is outside. This is good. This is how the caretaker of these two cities are very careful. They don't compromise. If this is what Allah said, what the Prophet has said, they just have to do it. But they don't stop any good people to come close, but they cannot enter the Holy Land. That's why they call Haramain al-Sharifain. That's why in Medina also, if you want to go to the mosque of the Prophet, you say, haram, haram, haram. They use this term, very common. Haram, haram, haram. We thought haram only in Makkah, even in Medina. But this hadith, the second hadith, do not talk about Jerusalem. Just focus Makkah and Medina. Illa Makkah wal Medina. And the Prophet also said, Tuba li Sham. Glad news for Sham and the surrounding land. Here are all angels spreading their wings over Sham. Now why you call Sham? Sham is a big area. Today Sham, if you look at the history, you look at the map, Sham is Syria. Today Sham is just focused Syria. I stayed there for 2 years, from the late 70s, where there's still a lot of aircraft flying, bombing, because the war between the Muslim with Israel is an ongoing war until today, and things is getting worse and worse, to show that the world is not doing anything against the tyrant. have no human feeling at all. They can bulldoze your house. You can stand, they will bulldoze you together, they'll kill you. Journalists was killed. All the good people, volunteers, and the humanitarian group was killed. Children, young children like this boy, they just force him to death. And what kind of human we are dealing, we do not know. But still, the world said nothing. When the Muslims are in authority from the history of Islam, justice is always number one priority. Even not yet Muslims have the right to be protected. You never seen in the history of when the Muslims are in power, they oppress others, they chase people away. No, they have the right. Allah created them. Allah also provide rescue for them. How can we stop them? They also have rights. And their right is been honored. But when we become minority, they don't honor our rights. And they champion human rights. What kind of human rights are they talking about? Because they are not God-fearing people, citizens. We know our God is merciful, very just. If He allowed the non-believer to survive, He allowed them to have food and drink. Who are we to stop them? We must show them the beauty of this religion so that one day they be attracted and become Muslim. We never force people to accept a religion. We just invite them. La ikraha fi din. When the people enter other country with their salib, with their cross, they will force the people with their cannon, with whatever they have, to abandon their religion. We don't do that. But still, the media said we are terrorists. When the world number one terrorist is doing everything to everybody, we said nothing. This is how judge the world today. May Allah protect us, brothers and sisters. May Allah open the heart. Of course, Allah has opened the heart a lot of people who are not yet Muslim, who see with their own eye and they say this is too much. But what can you do? You can say anything. They can do anything they like. So you are talking about this nuclear, that nuclear. Look at this. They're killing innocent people daily. And the world do nothing. Great news for Sham. Now, according to the time of the Prophet, when the Prophet said Sham, it includes Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, or now known as Jerusalem, the whole kind of all Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine, all is called Sham. Then later on, when all the foreign forces came in and they divide and separate the country, is one, Sham. And the time will come back. Not now. This thing will happen when Isa returns and Mahdi surface, then you'll find the peace from Sham again. There's a lot of bad things happening today. Not easy for you and me to understand. this area is where many prophets were sent to this area. No other area that Allah has sent more prophets than this area, Sham, the cities of the prophets. May Allah Rabbul Alameen give us the spirit, to make sure that if we don't meet up with this time, we don't survive, at least we try to protect ourselves from the whisper of Dajjal and self-destruction from today. Ramadan is the best month for us to reflect and work closely how to strengthen ourselves, not to cause any self-destruction within ourselves and cause destruction to others. This is important because Allah has said in Hadith Qudsi, As-sawmu junnah. Fasting is a shield to protect you. Don't let the worldly thing come into your heart. You protect yourself. You remember when Allah talked about taqwa, and Allah also talked about libasu taqwa, meaning the best garment is the garment of taqwa. We wear garment to protect our body, but just the body, the skin. That's why the Prophet was reminded about the importance of taqwa, and Allah said the best garment is libasu taqwa. What is libasu taqwa? Libasu taqwa means the garment that been guided by Islam. And that's why the woman, when they reach certain age, Allah command them to wear the Islamic garment that will protect you, not your body, but also protect your dignity. That when you cover yourself properly, you only attract good people to you. The bad people don't like to look at you so much. They say you extremist. Alhamdulillah. You are extreme to protect yourself. It's good. No. So far we don't have electrical garment yet. That you hold a switch, somewhere. Anybody come and touch, you on. No. Wow, they say what kind of human electrical man. Men don't have to wear this kind of thing. Only the woman. People like to attack the woman. We don't know, one day we may come up with this garment. Who knows? No. That only the one who wear it have that kind, and it will not cause harm to her. It just cause harm to other people. We hope some scientists will come up with this garment. That's how you protect yourself. So libasu taqwa is a kind of dress, physical dress that cover your dignity, your aura. And also you have taqwa, that means a person who have taqwa always stay away from bad environment, because they know the bad environment may also cause problem to you. So when you have taqwa, alhamdulillah, you are protected. And fasting also is one of the training, so that we are protected from all the evil things, all the evil feelings, and we move to some positive feeling, and we look forward and move forward. We know there's a lot of we are tested many times. We have a lot of good and bad experiences, but we never give up at all. We learn from everything that happened around us, and we are very positive. We don't allow any negative thing to come into us, especially in the fasting month. If not, then it's a waste of fasting. You only gain hunger and thirst. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala safeguard us and save our family and make us the best for this Ramadan, and always try your best to do more if you can, for the sake of Allah, before Ramadan leave us again. If there's any question, now we open for the Q&A. Fatafaddal. Those who are not able to join us for our Qiyam every night, something I'd like to share with the brothers and sisters. Yesterday, we organized a special gathering for our rebirth classes. We have Saturday rebirth classes. So we encourage them to come and bring their family who are not yet Muslim here. We have a family from New Zealand who are not yet Muslim, was with us, breakfast with us. We give a short lecture before we break fast. They all was here. We have a lot of Chinese family who are not yet Muslim. We have some Japanese family who their daughter became Muslim, but not they. Their father, their mom is not. So we invite them. It was a very, very interesting event. Of course, this kind of event we don't open to everybody. Then there's no space for us to focus to the not yet Muslim. So sometimes we do these activities and we just invite them. We don't open to everybody, but we hope everybody will understand the reason why we do that. And Alhamdulillah, we even the political representative was here, were not yet Muslim, and they love to be with us. They have been with us almost every year. You may not know them, but we are close to them. And then we want them to understand the beauty of Islam. This is how we promote Islam. When we are fasting, we are kind, and we like to share with them. And then we tell them about how tolerant Islam is compared with other people who show no respect to Muslim. Sometimes they are parents, when the children become a Muslim, they are so hard on them. They don't allow them to do this. I say, no, we don't do this. If this is what they believe, we just let them do what they think is right for what they believe. But when we start to believe in what is right, they just cannot accept us. I don't blame them. It's because the way we engage with them is not good. We don't integrate properly with the not yet Muslim. We don't even smile to them sometimes. Even ourselves, among Muslims, so we don't smile. So that is bad. A smile is a sadaqah. We fail to even give a smile. The Prophet said, smile when you see people, give a smile. Sometimes the people like us who wear hijab, we should smile more. But sometimes the one who wear hijab don't even smile to the Muslim who don't wear hijab. Also a problem. Don't do that. Don't do that. You have to win them over. My sister was here twice, Friday night and Saturday night. Alhamdulillah, we have a Chinese family from China came yesterday. Meet up with my sister. This is what we want them to be exposed. Alhamdulillah. Now, coming back to the question, any question? Fadal, Sister Aisha.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
May I just ask, what are the accepted rituals and practices for mourning a lost loved one, as a spouse, as a child, and all the rituals of observing the 40 days, 100 days. Is that bid'ah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
When a Muslim passes away, what the Prophet ﷺ wanted us to do is to be hastened into washing the body, kafan, do the prayer, and proceed with the burial as soon as possible. Then we do, of course, before that we do prayer, and after that it's good to have a family gathering, because everybody is still in that kind of mood, yeah? Sadness mood. To remind all of them, what can we do for the deceased? It's very important. We are so busy in doing all the traditional thing, but what Allah and the Prophet want us to do, we just forgot about it. The first thing, we have to get all the family members around and remind them. You get a scholar to come and remind them. What is the immediate responsibility of the next of kin towards the deceased? Number one, do he owe Allah anything? Do he owe anybody any money? We have to act upon it immediately. Get somebody, appoint someone, you follow up, clear, settle his debt. You let us think how many days he missed his fast, and all these things we have to do for him. If you love your family who passed away, not just think about yourself, how much I'm going to get from his property or her property. No, no, no. What you must do for him, number one. Number two, we must remind whoever remember what he make nazar. What kind of nazar that he has made before he died. So somebody will act upon the nazar, fulfill the nazar. Number three, wasiat. If he have left any will, wasiat. Before you want to talk about your right, you must make sure his or her right is being fulfilled. It's an amanah for us. After all this have finished, then you remind that there is no hadith to say that first night you make a special prayer, third night, 10 night, 49, 100 days. This is not from us, it's from other tradition. My people have 100 days, but we don't have. We remember the date every day. We don't just think of ourselves. Every day we can remember those families who have passed away. It's a reminder for us. If they have left out something good, we remember the goodness that they have left out for us. So the day like first is a tradition, nothing to do with Islam. Actually, we waste a lot of time doing a lot of things that do not benefit us a lot. Just like a social gathering. And we spend a lot unnecessary. So it's good if next time those people who want to know more about how do we celebrate or we follow up with the date of somebody, if you say we love them, give them knowledge. If you can't do it to everybody of the members, get some to come and see a good scholar and let them talk to the scholar. That's how we have to spread the good news, share the knowledge. You know, some of them nobody want to listen, not everybody want to listen. You get somebody who want to listen, bring them over, let us talk to them, make them understand. Slowly this understanding will grow and things will get better. And all the traditional thing will die off slowly, inshallah. When the sunnah is been activated, all this wrongdoing is going to disappear. But when the sunnah is not been upheld and activated, all this wrong practice is going to increase. is a jihad. When haq is being uh, upheld, then falsehood will die. But when we are silent, they'll be very active.
Thank you, Ustaz.
No.
One more question. Is it wrong to continuously weep and remember?
Continuing.
Continuously weep, cry, and
Oh,
remember?
Yeah. Now, to be sad towards somebody who have died, who we miss them, there's nothing wrong. Especially our parent, our loved one, our children, somebody that you love so much. You always, when you remember, you may shed tears. It's okay. Islamically, it's okay. But not to the extent that you lost control of yourself, that you don't want to eat, you don't want to drink, and then you torture yourself. You cannot do that. Life, move on. Because as a Muslim, we accept the qadar. It belongs to Allah. When the time Allah wants them back, He has to go back. You have no right to say why. You cannot say that. You just want to see what can you learn from that. He was very healthy and gone. Wow. Then we are more alert. So when you have the opportunity to do anything good, do good things. Don't waste time doing all the bad thing anymore. Yeah. This is how we look forward. Not to feel sad. Is once a while, and I will recall many things. I also shed tears. When we visit Maqam Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Medina, most of the time I will shed tears too. How? I'm trying to reflect. Ya Rasul, do you know what's happening to your ummah? Everybody love you so much. They come to Medina. They want to visit your grave, but they're doing so many things against your teaching. They're going against your sunnah. I feel so bad. So all the good people who was with me before, when I remember them, sometimes I also say this, okay. But you must be strong and move forward. Yeah?
So there's no rule saying that you cannot continue to cry after 3 days or
No,
something?
that one is, because you have good memories. You remember, you may shed tears, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. And the last question from the sisters. Now sometimes, sister, when you shed tears, it's not weakness. It's not a sign of weakness. The Prophet shed tears when his last son passed away. Ibrahim passed away. He shed tears. And the people who are very strong try to control their remind the Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, you shed tears. The Prophet said, if somebody that you love and died and you don't shed tears, that is a sign your heart is too hard, it's hardened. You must have some softness somewhere. Yeah. The only thing you are in control. Yeah. Is allowed. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Any question from the brother side? None. Ramadan we have some changes here because Ramadan you don't have the chairs, and not only in the corner, alhamdulillah, for special people, alhamdulillah. Yes. There's the sister behind. Pass the mic.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
We'd just
wabarakatuh.
like to check with you for us women. Sometimes we did not manage to complete fasting, and we have to fast ganti puasa or the one that we have left. And if we did not complete before Ramadan, so we have to pay fidyah. And when exactly do we pay that?
Yeah, the best way to pay your fidyah before you come into the next Ramadan. That means 2017 fast should be cleared before 2018. But if you still miss that, you be hasten immediately, you try to clear it. Don't delay anymore. Anything between you and Allah, you have yearly kind of ibadah. Ramadan is a yearly act of worship. So Allah gave us 11 months to clear the day that you missed in Ramadan 2017 and you fail to do it. Then you know you can't. Quickly you redeem by paying fidyah.
And then after Ramadan, you immediately fast again for the days that we have missed?
No. There are two things for you to choose. In the Quran, Allah said, for those who are not fasting because of traveling or because of sickness, maybe you are going to sick not only in Ramadan, outside Ramadan you are still sick. Yeah. For those who travel outside Ramadan, they are still traveling. Yeah. Especially for the mother who's breastfeeding, you are breastfeeding 2 years, not only one year. You may not be able to fast because your body needs a lot of nutrition. The doctor said it's better not to fast. If not, then you will cause a lot of defect to yourself, and also you cannot fulfill your right towards the baby. Then you don't have to fast, but you pay fidyah. When you pay fidyah, then you don't have to fast. But fasting is better, Allah said. If you have the opportunity to fast within that year, then the fidyah become a tatawwa, a sadaqah. But if you can't, then that fidyah is the redemption of fasting day. Choice is given, fidyah and fasting. If you can fast, fasting is better. Then you don't have to pay fidyah. If you really plan to fast, you don't have to pay fidyah at all. Fidyah is another way out for those who can't fast. You understand that? Clear?
So if that person is healthy, after Ramadan, you just fast again and you don't have to pay for fidyah.
You don't have to pay
Either way.
fidyah. A day, for a day, no fidyah is involved.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. People are still confused. I don't know how people can get confused. They get confused is because when you entertain opinions, saying, of course there are a lot of opinions. When Allah has shown you the best option, one day you miss, you pay back one day. No fidyah involved. But fidyah is for those who can't pay. It's like old age. You cannot fast anymore. Then you pay fidyah. But if you can fast, you are not purposely you don't want to fast. You know what the Prophet said? Even 1 year you want to cover the fast. One day you miss, purposely you want to pay back 1 year, is not payable. You cannot. You commit a sin already, because fasting is an obligation, not for you to play around with the law. You can break your fast with condition: pregnancy, not well, traveling, old age. You can. Purposely, are you healthy? Alhamdulillah, I still go to gym, man, but I'm not going to fast today because I want to work out 3 hours. I want to really cut down all my fat, you know. Wow, you can go to gym and you don't fast. That is too much. That kind of excuse will not be accepted. It's considered you have committed a major sin, denying the obligation of fasting. You understand that? Inshallah. Yeah? So may Allah make it easy for all of us. Don't delay. Whoever have delayed, quickly pay the fidyah. Finish your duty towards Allah. You clear. Last one. Now, sisters, pass the mic to the other sisters now.
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
As for the puasa 6, for the sisters, do they have to replace the missing fast for during the Ramadan first, or they can combine that too? Because I've read some say that for the ladies you can combine.
Yes, we heard a lot of opinions saying that you can combine, you make the 6th day of Shawwal first and then later on you make the qada of your Ramadan that you miss. Now let us be practical and be just to ourselves. Number one, Allah will not want to burden anyone except what they can do. And then the Prophet did say, Inna Allah la yaqbalu tatawwa'a hatta tuaddi farida. Allah will not accept all the optional deeds until the obligatory deeds is been completed, fulfilled. Look at the hadith, beautiful hadith about puasa 6. Man soma Ramadana. This is what the Prophet said. Man soma Ramadan. Thumma atba'u sitta min Shawwal. Kasawm min dahr. This is what the Prophet said. Not opinion. Whoever have fasted the full month of Ramadan, then the word the Prophet used, thumma. That means you must make sure Ramadan have finished. Meaning you have fulfilled the 29 or 30 days. Then you have 1 month of Shawwal. You want to follow with 6 days. So 29 or 30 days plus 6, 36 is like you are fasting for the whole year. The reward. But the Prophet said, complete your Ramadan first. Some said, yeah, I put 2 in 1. My intention is to cover Ramadan plus 6 days of Shawwal. Fard is fard, sunnah is sunnah. You cannot combine. If you can combine everything, also I want to combine. Salat fardu zuhur, I combine qabliya zuhur and ba'da zuhur together, one package. If you think you can combine, then you can combine everything. Fard is fard, you must do it. If you don't do, you commit sin. Sunnah is sunnah. You don't have to do it if you don't have the time. No big deal. Why you make it so difficult? Some people say, no, you say Shawwal is just 1 month, Ramadan to pay back 11 months. But what is more important? It's like I show you, you owe people here and there, and then you do charity. What are you doing? If the person know that you are giving charity to other people, say, you owe me 50 ringgit, 3 years already, you don't pay. And now you say, I'm giving sadaqah here, sadaqah there, Palestine, Syria. What is it? You are joking, no? You owe me, pay me first. You see, we didn't give the priority to what is more important. Islam is practical. Do what is wajib first. If you have extra time, do it. No, you don't have to worry. It's not far. You can get reward from Allah doing other things, not necessarily only to fast the 6 days. Islam is about discipline, commitment, and also Islam always remind us the tertib. Do what you must do first. Ramadan qada is wajib. Why you focus on Shawwal first? Shaitan will give his idea. No, Shawwal first, Shawwal. You combine, okay. So, astaghfirullah. I always say, if anybody can combine, oh, I love to combine. I love this jamak thing. So easy one. But be realistic and be practical. Normally when come to this act of ibadah, mahdah, something that is clear cut, I personally don't entertain opinion. You can come up with your opinion, I just listen, but I don't entertain. Opinion can be entertained when there's no straightforward order from Allah and the Prophet. No problem. But today, we are so loose. We forget our guidance. Allah has said, when you have any dispute in any matter, farudduhu ilallah wa rasul. The command is back to Allah and the Prophet. That's all. But we Muslims are so, that's why I feel sad. We ask Allah for guidance every day. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, ihdinas. And we are not guided until today. We don't know how to solve our problem. I don't know why. That means you are asking something, you are doing another thing. What is the guidance of Islam? Quran and Sunnah. That's all. You got that, sister, inshallah. Yeah. So may Allah make it easy for all of us. Because Islam is easy. Yeah. You read Allah, bikum al-yusra, wa la yuridu bikum al-usra. So until we see you again, inshallah. But like you know that every night we have qiyam here. If whoever are able to come, you are welcome. But we need extra patience when you come and join us, because sometimes people want to leave early and then the car has been blocked. So it's a bit difficult for us to keep on reminding people to move their car. So we just hope that everybody who want to join us have extra patience for the sake of Allah. Yeah? You don't lose anything to wait 20 more minutes after the prayer, because you gain knowledge and there's a lot of blessing, inshallah. So may Allah see us again, meet us again. But our big day, yeah, for this year is on the 9th of June. The big day when we invite those poor and the needy, the rivers, yeah, to receive their rights. Yeah. Whoever want to participate in all these activities, please come to us soon so that we can organize things better, inshallah. So don't forget to keep on praying before iftar. Don't forget this time before iftar, before the break of fast, 10 minutes, make dua. Because the dua before iftar is very powerful, will not be rejected. Whatever you would ask, but don't forget to ask Allah to forgive all the Muslims' sin. Don't only for you, and don't forget to pray for me too, and for our families, and for the country, and for the Muslims wherever they are. Yeah, it's very important. وبالله توفيقي ورقي دعوانا والحمد لله بالعالمين سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. For those sisters